Hello, my dear harmonica friends. Marcian Petrescu here from Bucharest, from Romania. What we have here, a Harp King amplifier, and it's mine, all mine. 20 years I waited for a chance to buy one of this, a piece like this. This is the 100 watts model, 6 by 10 inch speakers, 2 KT90 power tubes. It's a very good condition. I bought it from a guy in Germany. I don't want to give his name because it's not important. And I'm very thankful to that guy because he sold me this amp. It came also with a extremely well-built travel case. It's very clean and it works great. The power tubes, the 2 KT90 power tubes, are made by the famous former Yugoslavian brand called EI. Basically, these are the original power tubes, but are in very good condition. And I'm telling you this because I'm gonna make another test with these tubes. These are KT90 made by Electro Harmonics. And to be honest, I didn't manage to try them, but I'm gonna make a test with them, no problem. So you see here also other types of gizmos, and I'm gonna show you a little bit later what I have here prepared. But for the beginning, I'm gonna take the phone because I'm recording with the phone, and I'm gonna show you exactly what are the settings. So these are my settings right now. You see the power, the standby, the AFB control, it's around 3 and a little bit over 3 or around 3. The UB control it's on 3. The presence on 6. The volume for the moment it's on 3.5. But I can push it louder than that. The treble around 4. We have the bass on around 7 and the mid-bass cut around 4. And the amp right now is on standby. Okay, the volume is set, it's prepared at 3.5. Okay, so, and I'm gonna put I'm gonna let the treble on 4. I think it's enough. Okay, so I don't want to see other stuff that is laying around my house. I'm living in a very small apartment, 1-room apartment, but spacey enough to have all these contraptions. And for the first test, I'm going to use this microphone. I'm behind the camera right now. This is a Harp Blaster from Hohner, the new harmonica microphone with a dynamic capsule, but it's very responsive one. And for the second test, I'm going to use this famous Jason Ricci signature microphone, high impedance. You're going to have a huge surprise when I'm going to use this microphone. And I have a harmonica in C, so I'm gonna put the amp on operational. Check. And I'm gonna stay near the phone. The distance between the phone and the amplifier is around 8 feet. 8 feet and a little over 8 feet. For you guys in the United States, for you guys in other parts of the world, I don't know, I have around 2.5 meters distance or 2.70 centimeters distance between the amp and the phone. Okay, so check this out. Keep in mind the fact that right now the volume of the amp is on 3.5. I put it back on 3. And I'm I'm very loud and I don't have feedback, of course. Now I'm going to crank the volume at 4. It sounds very good. And I have the UB and the AFB controls on 3. If I'm going with the volume on 5, it's possible for the feedback to appear. I'm near the feedback threshold. And right now I'm going to put the volume on 6. It will be fucking loud. And right now I have feedback. Okay. Keep in mind the AFB and UB controls are on 3. I need to raise them, both of them a little bit higher. Let's say around 4. 4 and a little bit over 4. I can still feel a little bit of feedback. I can raise a little bit, let's say at 4.5, both UB control and AFB control. I can take out a little bit more the mid-bass cut frequencies. I can put the treble on 3 in order to balance a little bit the frequencies. And I'm extremely loud. Right now I'm gonna take out the microphone, the Hohner microphone, and I'm gonna use this microphone, the Jason Ricci. We'll start with the last settings. The amplifier is behaving extremely well with this type, even with this type of microphone, despite the fact that this type of amplifier was, the design was made especially to be used especially with crystal ceramic microphone or with control magnetic. But I prefer to stick with these two microphones because these are the today's standards basically, and are very easy to buy them. To be honest, I can't afford to buy a new old stock crystal or ceramic in 100% working condition, let's say from Dennis Grönling. I don't have the money for that. And I'm stick with this and with this microphone, and I'm very happy. So basically the sound is very good, it's powerful enough, it's very loud. I can also put the volume a little bit back. I'm going to put the volume on 4, put back the AFB and UB controls on 3, and you can see I'm loud enough even with this one. Okay, right now I'm going to put the amplifier on standby, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to take the signal cable from the microphone, and I'm going to put it here in this device. I'm going to show you in a minute what it is. This is a different animal. This device is called Harp Drive, and was made, I think, also by a guy from Germany or from Holland. I can't remember exactly who was the builder, but basically it's some kind of a preamp. It's an analog preamp. It doesn't have a tube inside, but it's extremely well built, and it gives some kind of it's enhancing the sound of the microphone, but in the same way it enhances the sound of the Harp King or other almost any other amplifier. Right now I have the volume on I don't know, let's say 2.5, the tone on 12, the sweet spot I can explain you what is the sweet spot. It does something magic because it keeps a balance between all the settings. And the gain of the hard drive, it's on 9 o'clock. And I'm going to show you how interesting and how good it sounds with this, even on lower levels, lower volume levels. So I have the same microphone, don't move, and I'm going to raise the volume on the amp on 3, for example. Oh, sorry. I need to put the amp back on operational. Okay. Well, in this situation I need to take out the bass with this device, with the hard drive. I need to take out the bass, and also I put the bass on 4 and the mid-bass cut on 5. And maybe I'm going to raise the treble on almost 4. And I let the UB control and the AFB control on 3. Check this out. Sounds very good. I can put the bass back on 5, or maybe no. I'm going to put the mid bass on 6 and let the bass on 4. And I'm going to raise the volume on 4, for example. Check this out. Sounds very good. I can do this trick. I can put the volume on the hard drive on 12, and I can increase the gain. I'm going to put the gain on 11. The drive is a little more pronounced. I'm going to raise the volume a little bit at 1 o'clock on the hard drive. I'm going to switch the microphones. I'm going to use this one. Sounds great. Sounds great. So, the hard drive also does a great trick to give, I don't know how to put the sound of the microphone and the sound of Harp King to give it a bit of high definition, if you know what I mean. This is the way I feel the hard drive it interacts with the Harp King amp. It will give you a different type of distortion. Sounds great to my ears, at least. I hope the sound will not put the microphone of the phone in distortion. I hope. It sounds great. And for the last ingredient of the evening, I'm going to show you something. I'm going to put the amp on standby, and I'm going to show you something very interesting. This one here is my Harmonica Antifeedback. It's a custom-made device. The idea behind it it's mine, but the guy who put it together, it's a good friend of mine, a highly skilled electronist. And check this out, what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch off the AFB and the UB controls on the amp. Okay? I'm going to switch off, I'm going to close completely the mid-bass cut. I'm going to let only the bass, the treble, the presence and the volume. And right now, the amplifier is just a powerful, it's a very powerful amplifier. But you're going to see how effective is my device. We have here the odd frequency equalizer, anti-feedback control, mic gain level, and mid-bass equalizer. And you'll be surprised that the Harp King will behave extremely well, and my device will allow me to go very to raise the volume at very high settings on the amp. So operational, we start with the volume on 4 with the Jason Ricci microphone. A little bit too much bass for my taste, so I put the bass on 3.5, and I'm going to raise the treble a little bit on 5 for a little bit of bite. No problem with the feedback. Right now, I have to show you because otherwise I think you're not going to believe me. This is live, it's not a... Okay, volume on 4. I'm going here and I'm going to push the volume on 5. No, I'm going to push directly the volume on 6. And if I'm going to have feedback, I'm going to adjust my anti-feedback device. Okay, back here. The same microphone. Believe me, it's very loud. And I'm going to switch the microphone right now. Here I have a little bit of feedback. The output signal and the frequency spectrum of this microphone is a little bit different. So I'm going to raise a little bit the odd frequencies equalizer on my device. And I'm going to adjust a little bit up the feedback. So right now the odd frequencies equalizer on my device is on 12 o'clock and the anti-feedback is around 1 o'clock. Let's see. You have to work in very small steps. A little bit more odd frequencies equalizer. But believe me, it's very loud. Basically, with an amp like this, you can walk on a big festival stage, set the proper volume, and let it rip without needing another to send the signal, the amplified sound of the amplifier in a stage monitor. So basically, this is how effective is also my anti-feedback device. You saw I didn't change any kind of settings. I didn't stop the recording. Okay. Okay. And we are here. Anti-feedback control closed. UB control closed. Volume on 6. Presence on 6. Treble on 5. Bass on 3.5. Mid bass cut closed completely. Okay, so it's very interesting, this combination, because basically, for example, if you have a Harp King amplifier and you have an anti-feedback as efficient as mine, basically you can use this amplifier just as a, let's say, of a high powerful, let's say high fidelity overdrive amp, and use this an anti-feedback device like this one before the amplifier. It will give you a different type of sound. But if you don't have a device like mine, you can use, of course, the anti-feedback controls built in the Harp King. So basically, this is the video I want to do. I'm gonna make a separate video with the KT90 power tubes. It is a little bit complicated to take them out and put the other back in, and I'm gonna make a separate video for this. Thank you for watching.